Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Count Christo and it's finally time for us to get back into some Aurora 4X. What a game. It's been a while since I played this, so to remind you, I recorded episodes like 1 through 41 or something in like a 1 month period in January. Something like that, a long time ago. When did I first start releasing the Aurora 4X series? It was, oh my god, yeah, it was like January. So, and then I recorded like 2 episodes in the year, practically, like the 9 months since then. So I'm going to have to take a moment to refamiliarize myself with what the hell is going on. But I am going to refamiliarize myself, and I'm hoping, I've been feeling the itch lately, and I'm hoping we can get back into things here. So, first off, let me just open up all the different windows that I need to have open to play this beautiful game. We want that. We want the star map. I tend to put that up on my top right screen. Make it a bit bigger so I can fit everything in. Beautiful. And what do I have on the top left? Events, that's right. So the event window up here. What else do I tend to have up? What do I put on the left? I think that's where I put the industry screen. But for now, let's keep this on screen. Okay, so what the heck is going on? As I recall, we have a bit of a mineral crunch. Corundium, you always have I mean, maybe you don't. I always have a corundium shortage. But gallicite shortage, for sure. Big thing. And obviously gallicite is the fuel that fuels our... Fuel that fuels. What a... I just have a way with words, you know. It's the fuel that drives our nation, star empire, whatever you want to call it, forwards. Because it is how we build engines. I'm just getting up I've remembered what I have on this bit of my screen, which is my spreadsheet. So let me reopen my spreadsheet. And then I could remind myself... Here it is, last opened June 18th. My god, this music is... It's loud as hell. It's turning it down. I should turn it down. Why isn't that turning it down? Let's not turn it down here. Sorry, hang on. There we go. Sorry, that was very loud. Maybe I should also turn myself up a bit. Make sure you can hear me over the music. Okay. Yes, so I forgot we have these planet designations, so I can remind myself what the heck's going on. So, capital world, Earth, obviously. I'm just going to go planet by planet, familiarize myself with the state of the empire, and then we can go from there. So we've got like big stockpiles of stuff, except bronide, I guess, boronide, maybe. Boronide, gallicite, corundium. Corundium builds mines, gallicite builds engines, boronide builds terraforming modules, I think is what we're using that up for. But yeah, so Earth, it's got our sector HQ, with which we manage the Sol sector, which has all of these systems in, which is, I believe, just all of the systems we know about, all fall within here. So old Logan Caliban here can give us a nice mining boost and population boost growth across the empire. Titan, populated planet with a tracking station aboard it. You can see there at Titan, their moon of Saturn, with its nice tracking area, so we can keep track on any nasty Dark Eldar that want to come and cause trouble in the Sol system. Big variability in the colony suitability. It's got some mines as well. What are you mining here? Just a lot of Newtonium, Corvamite, and a little bit of Gallicite left. Okay. Makes sense. And we also have some scientists. Yeah, we have 0.05 research facilities here. Are you providing them to someone? Yeah, you should provide a supply of 0.05 research centers. 0.05. Unless there are... Maybe I have freight right now moving things to this system? No, I don't. Unless Micro Freight is doing it? No. Okay. IO. Got some bunch of automated mines and mines, getting me some corundium. Okay. Bad accessibility on the corundium here, but you know, getting there. Some verendite, some plutonium, some uridium. Okay. Mars. Bad accessibility, but got some mining going on. Any other industry? Yeah, we got some research going on Mars. Okay. Because the problem is we're getting short on population on Earth, I believe. Yeah, we have a 25 million worker shortage right now. So we need to get some of these scientists off planet because we have population on other planets that should be doing that research. So you can see we're working on some stuff here. Ganymede. No industry going on Ganymede, no mining. This is purely a population, hence the designation 8. Same for Callisto, Europa, Luna, and Mercury. Gong Gong is a low gravity. So designation 3 means populated mine, but obviously not much of a population because it's a tiny little planet. But yes, we got some. Right, okay, high accessibility corundium. Could do with some more miners here. We could double the number of mines. We've got 5 right now. Let's do a mine demand. I always do the wrong thing here. Mine demand. Give me another 5 on there. That would be good. Do we have any mines supplied on Earth? We do. Good. And then temple. This is an automated mine. I'm not sure why there's any infrastructure. There's no infrastructure here. So supported population is none. So I guess they'll leave. There are mines here though. Why is this place? I mean, it's got some corundium, so I would kind of like to mine it. But with no infrastructure, I don't think... I mean, it's not going to go well, is it? It needs low gravity infrastructure too. Maybe I should put some low gravity infrastructure in here. Do I have any low gravity infrastructure? Doesn't really look like it. Okay, so I won't worry about that. And then Venus, it's got a bunch of Macassium. And then some other stuff, but not great accessibility, some Dranium, but that's not really needed. And then Wild, tiny bit of Tritanium, but we have tons of Tritanium, right? No, not a horrendous amount, so. And then we're buying some tiny bit of Corundium and some Duranium off the civilian market here. Okay. Now, going to our other systems. Beta Scopy 2 is designated as a major system with local industry. So Alma, of course, is holding its stockpile down to about 5,000. Looks like it's got a slight negative on corundium. Okay. Industry-wise, we're rocking 1,000 mines, a maintenance facility, some terraforming installations. How is the terraforming going? We are adding cooling gas. I believe that's the cooling gas. And then which is the heating gas? No, that's the heating gas. Phrygium is the cooling gas. Right now, surface temperature is 19 degrees. That sounds very livable. But there's a big range here. Okay. So what's the maximum planetary suitability? No maximum supported population. So I think it's fine then, right? Where's the apoapsis? Yeah, colony cost is 0.0 in all cases. Okay, great. So we finished terraforming Alma. Is that where my terraforming fleet is? Did I recently do this? No, they're both in Lacaille. Okay. Well, Alma is fully terraformed. That's good. So we should stop doing anything. Stop adding stuff. I don't know why I was continuing to add stuff there. I guess I just made a mistake. It does happen. But yeah, I'm not kidding. I really don't remember any of this, so I'm still just becoming familiar. Okay, so we have 200,000 infrastructure that's just going spare here. So that's a lot. That's a lot of infrastructure. Let's add 230,000 of it to the open market. Did that not work? Why is that not working? Infrastructure. Add supply 10. It's not working. Because we're demanding some. No, wait, that's supply. The right-hand side is demand. This is supply. My bad. Okay, so for this one, let's edit that down. Does need please select some solution? I did. Infrastructure. Edit supply. This must be demand. Delete the demand. Or maybe I was demanding it all here because I wanted to send it out to other places in this system. Maybe that's what I was doing. I'm having to like trace my intentions. I should probably just watch the last episode, shouldn't I? What I just do. All right, okay, so, but for now, infrastructure, we're going to add a supply here of 230,000. Boom. Now let's look where else in this system that infrastructure could be useful, because we could use the civilians to do that. And we do have a decent civilian shipping line active right now, right? Here's one. Here's another. Here's another. By the way, great change coming in the next patch. They're going to make it so that once a shipping line has a certain number of small ships, it no longer builds them and will only build larger ships. And then once it has a certain number of medium ones, it will only build large. Once it has a certain number of large, it will only build like super large, which should massively accelerate the game and remove the necessity to go through and use like a script to delete a bunch of ships. Such a good change. Dev stays absolutely winning. Making amazing changes to this game. So impressive. This is a one-guy project, by the way. Absolutely blows my mind. Okay, so mining. Yeah, what I care about in this system, really, I mean, what we care about everywhere is mining. So where are the best reserves here? I can't tell which body these are, annoyingly. I guess I'll just compare and contrast on here. So this one is the one with the truly massive reserves, including a bunch of thorium, including some corundium and galisite. And then here, which one has the corundium? Okay, you got 0.3 corundium, which is not amazing, but it's a lot of corundium. So it'll just drip feed us forever, basically. Now, are you habitable? You're very cold. And how about you? You're more habitable. And right now we're adding a bunch of warming chemicals. It looks like it may never get hot enough. Do you have a bunch of... You have no population, right? So that you must be where one of my terraforming fleets are. But I thought I saw they weren't there. You know, one is in Lacus. And one is going to Siceti. The small one is around Lacus. Huh. Interesting. Well, excuse me. With a colony factor of 9, colony cost factor of 9, you basically can't put people here. Even if I put infrastructure here, they will all have to work in services. Or whatever it's called. What is it called? Yeah, they'll all have to work in service industries. Or is it agriculture environmental that scales up with colony cost? I forget. I think it might be agriculture environmental. Let's look at somewhere that's not finished terraforming. Yeah, agriculture environmental here is higher. Because that little bit of colony cost. Okay. But yeah, I think that goes to 100% at 10. So at 9, it's not really worth trying to do local terraforming. But yeah, we've got some terraforming to do here, but it's only for 0.3, 0.1, stuff like that. So probably not worth doing. And then we've got a bunch of mining going on here. Some deep space tracking. Why are you... What's 8 again? Right, these are destined to eventually be populated after some terraforming. But they're low priority. How many can you hold? Is that why I've done this? Yeah, 4 billion. 1 billion on this moon with 8 colony costs? Actually, nah. I'm okay. I've changed my mind. Delete that. We're not gonna populate that place. Give me a 5-second tick so it updates this screen. We're not going to populate that. It's just too much work. We'll be terraforming better places. And if we do, you know, we can always re-establish the colony in the future. So then microscopy. This is the one. If you give it to a map of our star empire, remember. Here we are in Sol. Page telescopy is right next door, but microscopy is way further away, which means it presents entirely different logistical challenges. So Skippy here has some mines, very few mines, fuel refineries, maintenance, some deep tracking, mass drivers, plenty of them, refueling, and some infrastructure. Doesn't need that infrastructure. So let's add a supply of it. It's 335. Get taken. Well, no, because I don't want it to get taken all the way back to the interior of the colony, of the empire rather. But then what's interesting in microscopy is, yeah, there's not that much. I mean, there's lots of macassium. It's all very low production. But yeah, 100 million gallicite. A number so outrageously large that I've actually rounded it down by 40% because I feel like 140 million and 100 million are kind of similarly ginormous. But this place should just be slowly making mines, slowly making more construction factories, slowly scaling up, basically. And then sending out the mines to these places as necessary. So I assume we have a lot of available workers. Yeah, we have tons of spare workers on all of these planets. I'm just going to let microscopy be its own little, wait for it, microsystem, where it doesn't really get stuff imported, but it just slowly scales up on its own. Then there's Lacus, which is where our current terraforming efforts are focused. Give me a Lacus. Sorry, it's Lacisle in the system name. Now, Lacisle has, again, not amazing accessibility. Anything good in big numbers? A bunch of duranium, but you don't really struggle for duranium, so no is the answer. So this is, well, okay, no, that's not true. There's a lot of thorium. Right, that's why I called it Lacisle and Lacus, isn't it? Because it's the big lake of fuel. But yeah, there's a lot of thorium, but again, this one is just going to slowly grow to self-sufficiency. And we've already got this perfectly habitable planet, I think, right? No, this one is colony cost 2 already. Right, this is one that we, unfortunately, shouldn't be any terraforming stations here, I think. No, but there's orbital ones. Yeah, we're adding just a little bit of oxygen, because right now the only actual problem is the dangerous and non-breathable atmosphere. So we're making some tweaks there. We should be able to, we're not going to be able to get the colony cost to 0, because as you can see, we're already at 3.6 atmospheric pressure. 3 is the limit that our species can handle, which you view here. He calls it race, but species is what it means. Maximum pressure. Oh, no, actually 4 is maximum atmos pressure. Okay, so we might be able to get it. Oh no, it's already okay. It's so safe temperature range. Okay. Well, wait, is that safe temperature range? What can we handle again? We like 14, and we can handle a variation of 24. Okay, so no, it's not quite safe. 24 maximum deviation. Does that mean we're okay with negative 20? Sorry, negative 10? I think it does. So if we cooled this place down a bit, which we're going to do because we're going to remove all this CO2. Okay, good. So Lacus could become more habitable. And once it's habitable, you can hold a gargantuan population. Nice. Not much point having a huge population here for now, but once we scale the industry. And Lacus, I remind you, is kind of the gateway to the northeast of our empire. So it's good to have a big population here, big refueling station, all that kind of lovely stuff. Now, so Lacus is going to continue going. It's got its 72 terraforming modules from Terraforming 2 in orbit. I'm happy to leave that as is. Now, these other places where all the minerals are, especially the 0.6 here, but this is the one that actually has a bunch of stuff. Is this remotely terraformable? No. It's Vesuvian. It's going to take way too long. Well, what's the terraforming rate, actually, versus Earth? 0.3. Holy hell. This isn't happening. Not for a long time is that not happening. Okay. So all we're going to have is Lacus should be basically building infrastructure right now. That doesn't seem productive. Why are you doing that? Is it because you lack stuff to make other things? I'm not sure you do. yeah, I don't really know why you're building infrastructure, to be honest. So let's stop. Instead, I want you to build construction factories and automated mines, and then have those automated mines go to Lacal 2, where they'll just very slowly start helping to produce stuff. Okay, and you've got mass drivers, haven't you? Yeah. Just the one though, so don't take that away. Okay. So industry, we'll set unrealistic targets, but give me 100% 50% construction facility and 50% automated mine. And let's just see how that goes. Obviously, that will then say projected usage is higher than exists on the planet, but we'll see if it can handle it. It doesn't have many construction factories. Yeah, it's just going to take a while. Okay, that's Lacus kind of sorted. And you know what? I think I should actually document this, because I'm just not, I'm not writing stuff down enough. I need to write some things down. Okay, so this is planet. And let me bring this on here. Though it's not a porn site. That's just a new Twitter logo, okay? Plan. What's this? So this is a system focus designation. Okay, so we need, because this is system designation, right? But then system focus is a bit different. System focus is, do I want to do it with ABC? It orders them by population, not by number. So it shouldn't matter if I put a letter in as well. So A, B, C, D, E, F for now. Okay, so A is capital. B is actively scaling local industry. Or no, D is like, I'm trying to think. Let me zoom in a bit here so you can see what I'm writing here better. A is the capital system. Do I need a designation for the capital? I don't think I do, actually. So A is like self-sustained major industry. B is, actively scaling industry with subsidy. How do you spell industry? Industry. Is it like that? I'll check. Yes, good. Actively scaling industry with subsidy. Subsidy. And then that's how you spell actively. Look, the spelling is not that important. Neither is that. I'm truly horrendous at spelling, by the way, so I apologize. Then this one is scaling industry locally, which is what we're doing here. So the important difference here is these ones are getting active assistance, and these ones are not. And then this one is what, like this? There should be one that's like populating, but I guess that's kind of actively scaling industry with subsidy. No, because the industry subsidy is different. So let's make D, or maybe I should make these more meaningful. Like SS is don't use SS as self-sustaining. This is like industrial hub, IH for industrial hub. And then this is AS for actively scaling. And this is LS for locally scaling. And then this is what was I doing? Right, so terraforming. So there's terraforming. This is active terraforming. And you can have multiple of these. Yeah, that works. Okay, so you can have multiple of these designated. IF is scaling pop capacity with infrastructure imports. Okay. Any others? Well, I guess we'll just keep playing, and then as others come up, I'll write them down. So let me just zoom back out on my spreadsheet here. I think actually, I need to adjust how this is written so that I can still. Amazingly, 5 screens is not enough to display all the windows that I want to have open while playing this game. So I need to fit it all into one vertical line that I can then neatly fit alongside the event screen. Okay, just delete some more rows to give me space. Okay, so Sol, rename. Where do you rename systems from? I forget. And if you rename it, hang on, let me save. If you rename a system, doesn't it rename all the bodies in the system? That would be really annoying. So maybe I just name the capital of each system rather than the systems, because it's jankier, to be sure. It does take a while to save these days. There we go. All right, Sol. Yeah, I don't think I can rename it from here. I think you have to go here, and then Sol, and then rename system. So Sol is a IH, independent. What was H for? II. Independent industry. Does that rename everything in here? Doesn't seem to have. That might be because these didn't have auto-generated names. Okay, so that's Sol. Beta telescopy is scaling local industry. So that's LS. Yes, so it does rename the bodies, but that's fine. And then microscopy, rename system. This is local scaling right now. And when does local scaling become self-sustaining major industry? I don't know. I guess when I start having like shipyards there or something. And Lacus. Again, same deal. It's local scaling. But now we get to the interesting stuff. DX Kansari is just mining right now, I think. Right, so I guess that's another system designation. That's just so I guess there's PM populated mine, AM automated mine. And obviously, if it's a populated and automated mine, then it just receives populated mine. And you assume. DX Kansari is a populated mine. There's some mining going on here. I don't know if I actually have any miners on here. DX Kansari right now I'm not using at all. Now, is that one of the systems I need to be thinking about? No. This is not an exciting amount of material in my world. So this is it's actually an automate. It's nothing right now. It's not doing any of these things. So it can live. I mean, should I have like a not doing anything designation? Why is this even populated? Oh, it's just because it's on waypoint on the way to microscopy. Do you have like... I mean, it's basically just here for the tracking station, I guess. And the maintenance. So I guess this is a outpost. Military outpost. OP for outpost. DX Kansari. I'm just going to quickly rename this on the other screen. Where is it? DX Kansari. Rename system. Dash OP. Okay. Next. Saiseti. Now, Saiseti, I believe, is one of the exciting ones. Where are you, Saiseti? You're a 5. What's the difference between the system designations and the system focus designations, by the way? System focus is longer term, whereas system designation is longer term. System focus is like a current state. 2 is major industrial hub. That's where it's going to end up. Whereas local scaling is what it's currently doing. So Saiseti, run the search. Saiseti is... What excited me here? I guess there's a lot of Rondides. Okay, and there's Not a massive amount, but a reasonable amount here. Reasonable amount of Gallicite. 2 million Gallicite. And Corbomite just thrown into the bargain. And then this planet is pretty nice. Because it's got 0.7, 0.7 on two things that we do want. Okay. So Saiseti, you are... Let me get it up on the screen. Saiseti. You are both engaged in terraforming and active scaling with assistance. So I'm going to be importing mines and construction stuff and all kinds to Saiseti. But am I? We'll think about that in a second, because Sag. Sag is very exciting. Now Sag, if I run the search, excuse me. Sag has 0.8 coronium. Okay, it doesn't have Gallicite, so yes, we want to scale both at once because we need Gallicite from one, coronium from the other. But yeah, the 0.8 on 66 million coronium is redonkulous, and I will love it. I guess we should have different scalings. Yeah, so there's a... ASI is actively scaling industry. Local scaling is scaling industry locally. Local scaling I. And then we also need active scaling mining and local scaling mining. We're never going to have local scaling mining that is not also local scaling industry, because I will always want the local scaling mining to accelerate its own local scaling mining. And if you can't local scale industry, you can't local scale mining. Yes. Okay. So this is active scaling industry. This is active scaling mining with subsidy. Good. So Sag. So Saiseti and Sag actually are scaling mining, because Saiseti doesn't have the resources for self-sustainability, I think. It lacks verendite, it lacks sorium, it lacks corundium, it kind of lacks uridium. Yeah, because this is not going to local scale industry. This is going to active scale mining, ASM, which, yes, also means anti-ship missile. Sag. Rename this one. Again, this is active scale mining. Cool. Now this is also, it looks quite habitable. How is Saiseti on the habitability front? Very. Very, which is probably why I'm terraforming that first. Fine. So we'll terraform Sag second. Despite the very sensual corundium deposit. Wait, where is it? There it is. Okay. See the environment here. It's 3 right now, because the dangerous atmosphere. Oh, the temperature is actually very hospitable. So maybe I want to do this one first. How is the atmosphere on Saiseti? Which was I going to terraform first? Probably this one. For the 0.1 Gallicite? Because this is the exciting Gallicite one, and that's way harder to terraform. Okay. Terraforming ships. Right now they're in Lacus, so they're on their way to Saiseti. We've got plenty of fuel. Remove all your orders. Auto-route yourself to Sag. And it's Sag 1. Go to Sag 1. Sorry, not Sag 1, just capital Sag. We need a new name for capital Sag, by the way. Move there. It's 11 billion kilometers away. It's going to take them a while. But they'll get there. Doesn't seem to tell me how long it's going to take them to get there. That's weird. Not sure why. Maybe it's just too long. I think the names involved are too long. Anyway, yes, that's going to get here, and then we're going to start some terraforming on Sag. Sweet. But Sag needs a new name. And it's a mine. It's got lots of mining going on. It's got lots of scaling going on. Capital of somewhere called Sag. about the pit? Doesn't really fit with our naming scheme though. Let's just call it pit. Because it's a huge mine, and a mine of mines, kind of. And the others we're not using right now. So we should just focus. Let's focus on Sag and Saisetti. If we can get those two scaled, this solves our main problems. Did either of them have Brondite, by the way? Yes, Saisetti has Brondite, which also solves our terraforming bottleneck right now. Oh, marvelous. Okay, good. Let's just get some time going, shall we? Give me 5 days. And then I should do a review of our fleets as well and see what we're doing there. We're not in any active fights. It's only the Dark Eldar that are around. We need more senior officers for various things. They should get done. Fine. We started the production on Lacus. Let's take a look at Lacus. Take a look at its recent stockpile changes. If we go another 5 days, how much are we losing materials here? None, because Freight 1 got home. We'll worry about that in a minute. Give me a proper 5-day tick. How long can this place sustain the level of industrial production I've given it? Lots of civilian stuff. Okay, fine. -8, so it can hold it for a long time, basically. So I'm gonna let it keep chunking away. Because this one does have chromium, doesn't it? Yeah, good. So as we send those automated mines out to Lakal, that'd be good. I don't think we have a Lakal local freight, but we can send micro freight over when needed. Okay. Now, let's do a review of our fleet situation. So right now, we have the civilian commands, the military wing, and the deep space populations. Starting with the military wing, we have our boot camp, and we have our garrison fleets, our roaming escorts, and our strike forces. So strike forces, we don't need to worry about right now. Falling Moon, ships designed to bomb planets. And Strike Force Alpha is, of course, our main fleet with our 8 cruisers and 18 destroyers, recently scaled down to avoid exorbitant maintenance costs. Then we have the Logistic Wing, which consists of 2 anti-ship missile carriers, a small tanker fleet, and a couple of resupply fleets for maintenance supply points. Okay, so that's Strike Forces. Now we have 2 roaming escorts. One in Apache, both in Apache, right. Both right now in Apache defending all of these wrecks. I do not want the Dark Eldar to get their hands on all these wrecks. So we have some guys around. Now this one, I'm not sure why he's there rather than over here. What fleet is over here? Just a scout? Yeah, that scout would find themselves in a world of hurt if no one came along. So this one here, which is the Mark II, move to, which one is it? Apache B1. Take 3 days to get there. That's fine. So that we can cover these wrecks. I'm presuming there used to be wrecks here, but now our bin man guy has moved over here. Okay. Next, our garrison fleets. So we have the Alma Observers, the Comet Chums, the DX Racers, the Moon Men, the Skippy Watchers, the Soul Guardians, and the Water Patrol. All in position, ready to go. Let's take a look at their supplies. Just make sure we're happy. Not quite full fuel on some of these, but that's okay. Yeah, good. And then we have the Lakal ammo ship, which has no ammo in it right now. And the Skippy ammo ship. Lakal ammo ship. What kind of munitions are you trying to carry in this bad boy? It's trying to carry anti-Dark Eldar, anti-ship missiles, Mark 2.1s. Do I have any of them? No. Okay, fine. That's why you're empty. We aren't desperate for them right now, so I'm okay to leave that as is. Okay, that's the garrison fleets. They're pretty happy. Okay, so that's the military wing. Don't need to worry about the military wing right now. They're seeming good. Now we have one deep space population right now, the Ring Station. The Ring Station supports 400,000 people. It's currently in orbit around Temple 1. Take a look at Temple 1. You can see it, yes, supports 0.034. military population. So it has an orbital population of 0.4 million. And they are working in the mines. Good. Okay, so that was our successful ring station test platform. Good. It's working. Perfect. Now, civilian commands, obviously a bit more complicated. Scouts. Scout 1 is on mission here with plenty of fuel. Scout 2 also on mission here, making sure the Dark Eldar don't come sniffing around my wrecks. Good. Stabilization ships. Stabilizing jump points. Stabilizing jump points. Fine. The surveys are inactive. One of them's out here. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. No orders. Because I sent them into the system without a way to get out of it. Okay. But that's a problem we're fixing. The Beta Telescopy fuel system is cycling moves. It's just taking fuel from the tankers in orbit here and then dropping off of the colony. Perfect. And then the Beta Telescopy fuel harvesters are here, producing 131.7 million litres of fuel per year. Perfect. The Lacal fuel harvesters are producing 48 million per year, and the Lacal fuel shuttle is regularly jumping back and forth, putting it on the station. Perfect. The Beta Telescopy to Earth is pulling fuel out of Beta Telescopy and taking it to Earth. Right now, Beta Telescopy has 1 billion fuel. Earth has 500 million. I am happy for that shuttle to continue on its merry way. It's transferring how much? Ordered items. It's transporting 4 million a pop, slightly less, 95% of 4 million. And it's doing so about once every 24 days. That's not enough to keep up with the production, so that should be fine. We're never going to accidentally completely drain Beta Telescopy dry, and even if we did, it'd be easy to top up. Next, Binman 1. It has some cargo capacity left over still. It's transporting a whole bunch of items. You can see it's got some tech data, not much. Bunch of ship components. It's just going to keep automatically salvaging the nearest wreck. Good. There's no way to say if cargo full, then go home, so we'll just need to keep an eye on that. Terraforming 1, as we know, is in Lacal, doing what it can. No, sorry, going to Sag, whereas Terraforming 2 is in Lacal, doing some terraforming. Okay. Colonial 1, inactive right now. Colonial 2, inactive right now. Our limiting factor is not moving people around, but rather supporting those people. Freight 1 just finished its task. And Freight 2, you don't need to do that twice, but I guess it doesn't matter, is currently loading mines and taking them to Syseti 3. Now, does Syseti 3 have the capacity for more mines? Yes, it does. Okay, and it barely has any. So I'm okay for that to continue going. It's not the first thing that's going to get terraformed now. This is not cycling its moves, though. So let's just let it do whatever, a couple more. It's going to take probably way too many mines. Oh, no, this is basically a very, very small fleet. Okay, and we have Dark Elder escorts in each of these fleets. Okay, and their deployment is getting up there, but I'll worry about that once it's exceeded. So Freight 1 is the one that we need to task. We will come back to that. The logistics mineral network, we're bringing stuff from Alma to Earth and Lacus to Earth. Microscopy to Earth, currently not an active run, looks like. I mean, there is some stuff here. There's some corundium here I could do with. Yeah, we probably do want to do that. It's a long way. How fast are the Dark Eldar currently traveling? 4,500. Didn't I design a freighter to outrun the Dark Eldar? That rings a bell. Yes, so my freighter can outrun the Dark Eldar, so I feel okay about the idea of sending a Hosea on its own. Not all of them, because that's obviously too big a risk, but let's take one of the Hosea class. I don't have any Hosea class freighters. Okay, but that's why this is a new one. It's because they're fast. That's why it's separate. It's because they're faster. Okay. Yeah, so I will pinch one of these guys. Where are you right now? Yeah, you're near Earth. Okay, so detach one of them. This is going under the mineral network. Rename it. This is the micro Skippy to Earth. And just auto route your way. Well, first off, refuel. Then auto route your way over to microscopy. To Skippy in microscopy. Good. 32 days. And then once it gets there, we will set up its loop so it can bring back some of those resources. Because there's no point having 5,000 corundium sitting out here. We might as well bring it home. But yeah, the 5,000 limit will mean that the local scaling can continue unabated. Okay. Tug 1, nothing going right now, obviously. And then we have the anti-Dark Eldar Coiler Fleet, the anti-ship missile Coiler Fleet, and the fuel fleet. All of which are just inactive right now. Okay, good. Survey I'm not worrying about right now. Scouts I'm not that worried about right now. Okay. Perfect. So, Freight 1, what do I want you to do? Well, I think the answer is Alma. No, where is it that has all the terraforming? Yeah, Alma has 305 terraforming installations that it categorically does not need. So let's go put them alongside. We need some more people. We can only take them somewhere with people. Because it's the only places we can terraform, obviously. So maybe microscopy is the place to be for them right now, but it's quite a long way away. I'd rather take them to Sag, but we don't need them on Sag right now. So I guess what we do actually is we take infrastructure to Sag right now. We get some infrastructure on Pit. It's got a low colony cost to start with, and then we can get some population there, and then we can get the terraforming going there. So do we have some infrastructure on Earth? We do, 60,000 of it. So go to Earth, refuel at Earth, load infrastructure, get yourself out. What's the range on, these are Genesis F class and one anti-Dark Eldar. What's the range on a Genesis F class? Genesis F has a range of 51 billion and a destroyer escort Mark 2, was it? No, Mark 5. 30 billion. So if we go to Sag, what did I say? 30 billion? It's too far. So we're going to need to go Lac Isle, refuel resupply at Lacus, then go Sag, then go to the Pit, unload the installations, come back to Lac Isle, refuel, go to Sol, refuel resupply, load infrastructure. So I'm just going to cycle moves on that. Well, no, let's keep it down. So this is 100 days it's going to take. Oh my god, it's a long time. Do that twice. That's going to get two big hauls of 1.4 million hull size worth of infrastructure out to Sag. Okay. Good. I think we're in a good spot. I'm worried about these commanders being too junior to promote, but I think it just needs like a year to roll around and to do some automatic promoting. I hope. That's those guys moving into the correct position. Good. Ship constructed, some more anti-Dark Eldars. Okay. Happy with that. And yes, there we go. Some promotions are automatically happening now. So hopefully the officers will eventually shuffle around into positions where they're needed. Lacus dominant terrain has changed. Still people needing to get promoted. Military Academy production is finished on Earth, leaving us with nothing happening on Earth. Okay, well, I'm limited in what I can do because I have so many shortages. Could make some more naval shipyards. Excuse me. Yeah, is there anything that I can really produce? I can make some more research facilities, but we're short on people already. It's probably what I should use the big freight to solve, isn't it? Do I have freighters coming out? No, because I don't have the gala site. Okay, freight 1. Only do that once. Then I need you to move labs around. And in the meantime, overbuild labs, I guess. So give me like another 150 labs, please. And that's going to use up decent amount of armacassium and duranium. And again, put us even more over. But I think that's necessary. Okay. Ticking on time. We'll get the once the freighters come back. We've got a lot of workable population in here. Yeah, we're gonna get inactive labs on Earth. Any of these not full? Yeah, you. Assign you there. And there. And there. Oh, that was on Earth, right? Yeah. Yeah, more promotions are happening. Daniel Freight only has 18% of its total fuel in Sol. That strikes me as bad. Where is Daniel Freight 1? Is that Micro Freight? No. What fleet is that in? That surprises me. Is it Lacus to Earth? Yes. Down to 18%. It doesn't have a refuel order in its loop. Whoops. That's a mistake. Get to Earth. Refuel after unloading all your minerals. Then go to Lacus. And refuel. And then load all minerals until full. And then go back to Sol. Okay. Fixed. Hopefully it'll get it. I mean, it will get to Earth. 18% should be plenty for it to complete that run. Have to imagine. Yeah, still low fuel on the same thing. Senior officers required, but the promotions are coming. It's not a big deal. Ooh, some tech data stand. More alpha shields. That's what I like to see. Microscopy to Earth has finished its orders. Okay. Cancel that. So, microscopy to Earth is going to refuel a microscopy. Load all minerals until full. Go to Earth. Load of refuel. Unload all minerals. And then go back to base telescopy. Sorry, not base telescopy, microscopy. Cycle your moves. Good, 56 day round trip. Carrying 2,500 at a time. Good. Okay. Time's ticking on. Very nice. Boom. Boom. And yeah, no problem. We are getting more civilian ships launching. Right, I should task the civilian economy with something. That is very true. Okay, let's pause for a second here. And there we go. Okay, so some refits happened as well. Science teams research stuff. But right now, all I want to worry about is the civies. So, we have some automated mines assigned. The fact that there's stuff assigned makes me think maybe the civilian economy is already being worked to the limit. Let's just scan through. You have to wait on each longer to, yeah, scan through. See if there are any big demands already placed. Some automated mines on microscopy. Not many. Some automated mines out there as well. My guess is it doesn't like delivering to places that are a really long way away. Bunch of infrastructure and automated mines being demanded out here on City. Alright, so there's already plenty of demand on the civilian economy. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to call it a part there. Thank you so much. Welcome to the return of Aurora 4X. There will be more to come, I very much hope. I will be recording more of this and getting this coming out to you. We're probably going to go once a week on the episodes. I don't like it when there are big gaps in my scheduling. So hopefully once a week will be enough to scratch that Aurora itch. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.